up is running back Clay Ash, correct?
So Clay, just start. I mean, we know last year you were here as redshirt freshman, got some action, special teams, but did you think that it was time that you were going to start to see more and more true snaps on offense as time came?
Yeah, that's kind of hard to say. Obviously as a competitor, that's what you want, but I just tried to control what I can control and give my best effort and leave that in the coach's hands and decision.
Was it hard with a different offensive scheme for you to adjust to?
I mean, there are some bumps, but I think the way Coach Rod lays it out for us, he makes it really easy.
It looks like you're very comfortable catching the ball. Always been a part of your game. Is there anything different about this offense, catching it, that you think utilizes what you do well?
Yeah, I think Coach Rod tries to use all of his players to the best of their ability and put them in the best situations. And so I think that's kind of, he might put me out there a little bit to catch the ball, and I'm comfortable with catching the ball. So I try.
Something that you did in high school?
Yeah. I played a little bit of slot my sophomore year, so enjoyed that and have been comfortable catching the ball throughout my career.
Clay, what did you learn from James the time that you played with him so far?
Oh, yeah, James great. Yeah, he's a great player and a great person. I love James, and he always has a very positive attitude towards everything. So just learning how he operates, day to day, how he deals with certain things, he's definitely given me some great advice.
Your path is different. High school in Virginia, IMG, walk-on at West Virginia. I mean, just explain the path, and I'm sure it probably wasn't as you envisioned it as a sophomore in high school or anything.
Yeah, no, it definitely was not entirely what I envisioned, but I'm blessed for it, and I'm grateful that, it happened. Started out in Virginia, where I'm from. Then got an opportunity to go down to Florida, play some football down there. Still, wasn't very heavily recruited. So then was blessed to get a walk-on opportunity here. And I felt, it's kind of fitting for me to be a walk-on, how I operate and how I've gone about, my career. And so, it was no different. Just show up and give everything I got and see what happens.
Pat Narduzzi called you Cam Scatterbo last week. That made you look pretty good, right?
Yeah, he's a pretty good running back for sure. So, yeah, that's nice.
Comparison.
Yeah.
What was the atmosphere like to play in? Do you notice it on the field at all, or do you completely tune it out?
Yeah, not so much. When you're out there, you kind of just try and focus on what your job is and trying to execute. But afterwards, it was a core memory for sure. That was one of the most amazing atmospheres I've ever seen.
Did you get a sense on the field in the second half, the tempo beginning to take over? The pit guys are down on the ground, and did you get a feel as a player? Did you feel that?
Yeah, absolutely. You saw where we started to separate with how we've trained and how we operate. That fast tempo, it starts to separate you. So yeah, you started to notice that when guys were going down, but yeah, that's just what we train for.
That's something you look for? Is that something you feed off of when you start seeing that you're wearing down the defense, and you can see it in their eyes maybe a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I think that, kind of tells you that, we're on the right path, we're rolling, we're doing well, and so we just try and continue to keep up our tempo.
Clay, when you're going into games, obviously you're relying on the game plan and how they're going to utilize you, but how do you figure out maybe how you'll best fit, or do you do that? Do you watch film like you're going to do against Kansas and say, I could probably do this against this team here, and then are you comfortable bringing that to the coaches now?
Yeah.
Or are you not at that point yet?
Yeah.
How are you playing for games at this point?
Yeah, I kind of just try and watch how their defense operates, and and then just play my game. Just try and control what I can control and give my best effort and attitude towards that game. So
You don't want to give away Kansas yet, but what did you see from Pitt, I guess, going into the brawl that allowed you to know I can do something against?
Yeah, I mean they're a great team. They showed great stuff on film, and they played hard, and so we just had to trust in our game plan and what we had going into it.
But you have
opportunity to go play some football in Florida, you said? Were you recruited down there? Were you looking for a place to get more exposure? How'd you end up there?
Yeah, it was kind of like being recruited. You know, they reached out, and you know, it was kind of something that you had to talk to your family about and see what that opportunity really holds. And so then, you know, we made a decision that that's the best opportunity.
Is it? I'm not saying it's not like college, but you're living on your own at that dorms, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's kind of, I mean, it's very high level football for both those teams too. I guess what did that do for your confidence level that you knew, hey, I actually can do this. I'm not some kid from Virginia who's getting overlooked.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it definitely helped me for sure, and just kind of getting a college feel. You know, how they operate is very college level, and obviously the competition is great down in Florida. So yeah, I guess that might give me a little boost of confidence that, you know, I can compete with these guys.
The power package that you guys showed on the goal line last week, I know Ty was the one carrying the ball, but from your vantage point, when you're looking at that power package with 9 linemen on the goal line, what's it like as a running back? Is that something you can see yourself?
Yeah. No, I mean, the coaches put the best guy there. So, we have a great goal line package, I think. So, you said seeing myself there?
Yeah, did you see yourself running something like that? Would you want an opportunity?
Yeah, obviously,
Non-offensive lineman?
Yeah, no, that's a great, great thing. I have 9 O linemen and just go downhill. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah.
So IMG's roster is obviously loaded every year. Did that contribute maybe a little bit to you being overlooked, you think, in the recruiting process? Was that one of the things you had to kind of balance in deciding to go there?
Yeah, I'm not really sure if that had to do with me being overlooked necessarily, but yeah, no, they have great talent down there for sure. But I think that kind of helps everybody there, you know, brings eyes to new people. So.
And how did West Virginia get involved with you there?
Yeah, so I'm kind of close. I'm 3 hours east. So I heard from them while I was in Virginia, and kind of built a relationship with them. And then when I was down at Florida, they were kind of the ones that, you know, stuck around and kept building the relationship with them. And then I just, you know, felt like that this is where I need to be.
How much bigger and stronger have you gotten since high school? How much weight have you put on? How much strength?
Yeah, since senior year, I put on about 10 pounds. Mm-hmm. And that's helped a lot. And I think I've definitely gotten stronger with Coach Mike, no doubt, and how we operate and how we train here. And so that's definitely helped me be able to perform here.
Like, you take me just through the off season and the coaching change from the people who brought you here to people who don't know you, and then, I mean, I guess walk on isn't really a thing anymore too, but there's a whole lot of time. That's a very gray area. How do you organize your thoughts and get through all that?
Yeah, a lot happens in that transition. I think it's just, you know, you kind of got to control what you can control, and that's, you know, just keep working, keep your head down, and just try and show the coaches who you are, and just give my best effort, you know, and bring a positive attitude with everything I do, and just keep working.
Anything different from walk-on last year to walk-on now with the new rules and stuff you were allowed to do or you're able to be a part of?
Yeah, I don't really think there's been, you know, too much change that I've noticed being a walk-on last year and now. So maybe some stuff behind the scenes, but no good.
What did you know about Coach Rod and Coach Rod's offense before him coming aboard and you staying with him, et cetera?
Yeah, really not a whole lot, honestly. But I remember when he first got here, you know, he spoke to the team, and I loved everything he was about. You know, he's kind of my style for sure, and I just loved everything he was about. And so, yeah, I knew I needed to stick around.
Take them to the deep end. Is that
Absolutely.
swimming in the deep end of the pool?
Absolutely. That's what. Yeah. Take him to the deep end. We're comfortable in the deep end. You know, we're comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's that, you know, kind of hard edge mentality, and that, you know, we're comfortable being in that deep end, and so you gotta take him out there.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you.